15%. I ain't gonna be on all that long. Feel like I got a short, sweet one for y'all today, you know. I ain't in a rush. I'm trying to get in here. Yeah. No weapon formed shall prosper. That's not gonna stop us from getting this message out. And as usual, I'm gonna leave it up for a few days or whatever. So that way people can't catch it if they missed it. But it is 9 o'clock. So I ain't gonna wait too long to jump into it. I might get y'all the topic. Matter of fact, Grand Rising, peace, shalom. Welcome and thank you for joining the collective. May this message fall upon its intended viewer. No weapon formed shall prosper. This is not for everyone. This is my disclaimer. I'm not licensed to say anything that I'm saying. I do not get paid for this. And if it resonates with you, take what I'm giving you. If it don't, it's not for you. Renewing your mind. We must renew our minds. But how do we renew our minds? With a refresher of our spirit. With a refreshment of our spirit. Those two things go hand in hand, right? So how can I put it? Sometimes you feel up in life. Sometimes you feel down in life. Lots of people say, no, I'm always up. No, life always sucks. I'm always down. You know, look at it how you want to look at it. I'm telling you how I look at it. If you agree with me, that's cool. If you disagree, that's cool. Okay, so sometimes you're up in life. Sometimes you're down in life. Right? But when you're up, what do you do to prepare yourself for the times where you be down? Because what goes up must come down. Everything works in cycles. Life is a cycle. Right? Hey, how you doing? Alright, so everything works in cycles. When you're up, you must come down. So when you're down, what are you doing to get yourself back up? Are you aware? You understand what I'm saying? So renewing your mind and refreshing the spirit. Sometimes you may fall and you may stay down for a while and you will not remember what it's like to pull yourself up, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you may be up for a while and you don't remember what it's like to be down. So you'll be, moving in a certain type of way to your own detriment, right? Regardless of where you at, up or down, it's time for us to renew our minds, refresh our spirit, you feel me? And by that, just focus on purpose. Focus on how can I serve. In other words, what can I do today to make tomorrow easier, regardless? Serving another person, serving myself, serving God, serving my family, you understand what I'm saying? What can I do today? People around me, serving people around you, just to make tomorrow easy, right? And that builds momentum into small wins. Right? Small wins. That's how you renew your mind and refresh your spirit at the same time. Because a lot of times we feel like we're losing. And like we're going to lose. Right? So if you focus on the small wins every day, slowly and surely you'll become a winner. Right? Because what you focus on grows. What you focus on grows. So if you begin to focus on the small wins every day, you will transform your mental and your spiritual into a winner. Regardless, because we all take L's, the lessons will become lessons. You will start to see things differently. Versus looking at it like, dang, I'm losing so much. But what are you gaining? And the hard thing for us to do, well, I can't speak for everybody, but what I see, I believe is a hard thing for a lot of people to do is transform a negative situation into a positive outlook on life, which is harder. Easier said than done, right? So, with the renewing of the spirit, once you begin to take those small wins, you begin to realize that rejection is redirection. Okay. Small win. But a big win. It's a big win. Yo, what's good? Once you realize rejection is redirection, and you start to get more reactions out of the world, get more responses from the world, and then you put yourself in different positions to see how things are going to react to you, respond to you, and not you reacting or responding to the ways of the world. You understand what I'm saying? You get to take more control over your life. And that creates a lot of disruption amongst people because they rather be controlled by other forces. So that's where you get all people like, oh, spirit of work, whoop, whoop, whoop. I ain't get into that right now in this live. Okay. It's for another topic, another story, another thing. That's where a lot of things come from. Because once you begin to be aware that you can either react to the world, respond, or you can be the offensive player in the situation and they can respond or react to you. You feel me? There's different ways to play offense and defense, you know. So when you're in an offensive situation, now you become more adept in networking and becoming a people person. Feel me? Not a people pleaser, but a people person. Have a realistic relationship because you have more of a feel to set boundaries. You feel me? With that being said, it's multiple ways to renew the mind and refresh the spirit. You be sitting, walk around. Sometimes just walk around your house. Clean up stuff. Straighten up, change the way, you know what I'm saying? Change around the room. She right in the room. Listen to some music that you've never heard before. Refresh your spirit, renew your mind. Listen to more positive music. I ain't gonna say anything. What's good, Brody? Today is we gotta refresh our spirit. Well, refresh our spirits and renew our mind. But with that being said, there's a lot of things that we can do. I'm gonna listen to some things right now. Like I said, listen to music you never heard before. Like, because at the end of the day, we kind of keep ourselves in cycles. Because that's all life is. So we listen to the same thing, listen to the same artists. We listen to different music, but it's the same genre, it's the same message. Sometimes we gotta break out our normal routine so that way we can build in other directions and broaden ourselves, right? Because people are stagnant. Like we get to an age where a lot of people are stagnating. I guess that's how you say that, fizzling out. But because they want to stay in what they already know, we gotta embrace change. To be honest, because the world is always gonna grow and evolve and shift. And if you're not shifting with the world, then really what you're saying, God, is you're not willing to grow. You feel me? So if you're not willing to grow, you're willing to die, right? So you gotta be willing to grow, and if you're not willing to see it that way, then you have to renew your mind. So if you get a chance, go back and watch how I built up to this point of being able to notice the point of accepting that we gotta get to different aspects of renewing and refreshing our minds. So with that being said, I ain't gonna be on here all day. I got 12%, so I'm gonna continue. Renew your mind and refresh your spirit. Just say something different every day. You might not say 1,000 different things every day, but wake up with the intention to say something today that you didn't say yesterday or the day before, ever. So I'm gonna say something I never said before right now, so y'all can get a grasp of what I'm saying. It can be anything. Like if a plant was purple and purple was pink, then I'll be Patrick on a $100 bill. You feel me? If you can't feel me, then, you know, you just gotta be a little bit more creative. I never said that. Tomorrow I say something different. It's just renewing my mind. You feel me? In a live state, or that's giving you a live example. A lot of people can't give you an example of what they're saying. Don't trust somebody who can tell you something and can't show you what they're telling you, right? Trust people who can prove things. Because without proof, what's the point? Yo. A lot of people be capping, regardless. Whether you believe in God, you don't believe in God, whatever you believe in. If you can show it to me, bro, and it can stop what I'm showing you, then I'm gonna have to believe in it, bro. But if you can't show me nothing, bro, you can't prove what you're saying, bro, you just talking, bro. And I ain't the type of person to care what you're saying if you just talking. There's no proof. Gotta be something in this world. You're not the only person trying to become that, right? So you're gonna let somebody else wake up and just do one thing every day and be ahead of you, bro. You can wake up. We got 24 hours a day, bro. You can wake up and do 100. Nothing stopping us. I'm gonna wrap it up. Nothing stopping us. Let's do it. I'm gonna wrap it up. Highs and lows, wins and losses. Come on. And you control if you're a winner or a loser based on how many wins to losses. So if you got 100 wins and 5 losses, bro, you're a winner, bro. You're gonna take L's, bro. But you could be this much of a winner. You could be this much of a loser. But if you keep going, you can eat this. Like, as long as you keep going, bro, people will be failing to realize when you stop, you keep losing. Stopping is losing, bro. Because people is getting higher on the scale, right? So just keep going, right? So that way you get the momentum of being a winner. What's good, game? Right? So Once you start winning a little bit, then you get the feel of it. You get a momentum. Now you can win some more. Boom, 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 boom. You take an L, boom, down. That's cool. Now you win about 5 more. Boom, boom, boom. 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. Boom, boom, boom. You're winning, right? Boom, 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 boom. You want to run? They be like, dang, you think you're good? You want to scream? Yeah, I am. I am good. Don't say you're not good because they trying to. You know what I'm saying? They trying to knock you. They trying to. You know what I'm saying? They trying to put some L's on you. Nah, bro, I am good, bro. Facts. And run them again. Stand on that. Show them. You feel me? I'm going to show you I'm good. How? You feel me? Run it. Now let's try it. Boom. You try me. Boom. I'm up again. Dang, somebody fucking with me. I curse. God forgive me. I ain't preaching to y'all. I'm preaching to y'all. So I ain't mean to say profane words, but it's my life. It's my life. I ain't perfect. But guess what? Boom. That's not an L. You feel me? That's a lesson. Be more aware of my words. Boom. Dub. Winning. Momentum. Shift. Boom, 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 boom. You look at how you look at it. You take L's how you take L's. But at the end of the day, you got to stack up your dubs, win by win, and build momentum. Because you got to renew your mind and refresh your spirit. And the only way to do that, start looking at the small wins in life and be grateful for that. Once you become grateful for the small things in life, you get momentum. Gratitude builds. And you'll become more solid, and everything will start gravitating in the way that you need it to, because now you're more aligned with purpose. And that's more important than all the physical stuff. First, bam, chop. Lock in. Renew your mind, refresh your spirit, focus on the small wins. And balance. Balance, 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 balance. If you're gonna do wrong, do right 5 times. Do right 3 times. That's balance. If you can do wrong, do right 3 times. It's not do wrong and do right. No. Do wrong. If you did wrong, you can't. You know, some things are inevitable. And do right 3 times, 3 or 5. You feel me? Because you got to stack. You got to stack. Go on.